today's warm-up, we're going to get into 2 to 3 rounds for quality. We're going to start with 5 yoga push-ups. Starts like a regular push-up. Lower yourself from your toes or your knees, and then the goal is to press back into a downward facing dog. Think about sort of pressing back through your shoulders each time you come to that downward facing dog position. After that, we're going to do 10 bootstrappers. In that bootstrapper, you're going to come down to the bottom of a squat position, hold your toes, drive your knees out, and then you are going to drive your hips up to the ceiling or up to the sky. Try and get a stretch through your hamstrings, keep your hands on your toes, and then you will pull yourself back down into a squat. Chest is up, eyes are straight ahead. 10 of those. After that, we're going to go into a dead bug. For that dead bug, start lying on your back, knees are at 90 degrees, hands are reaching up to the sky. This is contralateral, so your right arm is going to move back as your left leg moves forward, and vice versa. Keep your belly tight in a hollow position. You should feel contact from your tailbone all the way through your shoulders. Move nice and under control the whole time. 20 total.
Okay, week 4 for our Z press and Cossack squat combo. So this week we're up to 12s every 2 minutes for 15 minutes. That's 3 sets of each. The first one, we're gonna go 12 Z presses on one side. You're gonna rest the rest of that period, and then you're gonna go 12 Cossack squats. You can go on the same side. And the next 2 rounds you'll go on the other side, and we're gonna go back and forth until we've got 3 times on each side. Ideally, we're using the same dumbbell we've been using all along, and we've been able to add reps each time. Again, some people may have tailored those reps in the beginning or may need to tailor them as they go towards the end, but the goal is that we've been progressing our total volume throughout. All right, so last week with these movements, next week for the next 4 weeks, we're gonna shuffle the deck, come up with some new movements to gain some strength, to gain some comfortability in practicing these movements. So look for those next week. Have fun.
For that Z press, we're gonna start seated. Goal is to keep our shoulders right above our hips. Single arm, we're gonna press to full lockout each time. Big reach at the top, control our way back down. All 12 one side, all 12 on the other side. Trying to keep our shoulders directly over our hips the whole time, not rocking back and forth. Eyes straight ahead, belly squeezed tight. And for that Cossack squat, we're going to start with the dumbbell in a goblet position. Feet are wide, wider than my hips. I'm going to squat down to one side, opposite leg trails long, big stretch through my adductor, that muscle on the side of my leg. The other half of my body should look like I'm at the bottom of a perfect air squat. Weight on my heel, back flat, chest up, and fold down.
All right, for today's METCON, it is a Fight Gone Bad style workout. It's going to be 4 total rounds of 1 minute of push presses with a dumbbell, 1 minute of dumbbell front squats, 1 minute of sit-up, and then 1 minute of rest. All right. The way that Fight Gone Bad style workouts work is it is a total rep score in the workout, and we are trying to do as much work in each minute period at one movement before we move into the next minute without any break. So we've got 3 movements lined up. You'll take a minute break at the end of each set of 3 movements. All right. Starts with the dumbbell push press. These are going to be single arm dumbbell push presses for most of you. The goal here is to keep your heart rate elevated, to try to keep working, so you can switch arms as needed. I would just try to find a rep range that works. Maybe it's 5 reps or 10 reps every time switch, and the goal is that I can stay working for pretty much that whole minute, you know, minus the transition times. Same idea on the front squat. Dumbbell will be front racked on one shoulder. When you want to switch it, okay? It's probably not going to be too tiring on your legs. You should be able to stay moving, but you'll probably want to switch that dumbbell just to kind of stay comfortable as you go. Sit-ups should be a minute, pretty even each time, and then you'll have your rest minute so that when you start back up on the push press, you'll feel relatively fresh, all right? It's 4 times through that. The whole workout is going to take 15 minutes, 16 minutes minus that last minute of rest. All right, so have fun with it. Goal again can stay moving the whole time. You can adjust the weight. If sit-ups where you are kind of challenging, you can do those as V-ups. You could even do it as a minute plank hold. All right, have fun.
Okay, for the movements in the workout today, we're going to start with the push press. You can do these with 2 dumbbells or a single dumbbell. This workout works well with 1 dumbbell, so you can stay moving. For that push press, dumbbell is racked on your shoulder, dip, drive, use your legs, drive that dumbbell overhead, full lockout at the top each time. Weight is balanced through my midfoot, belly is tight as I drive that dumbbell overhead. For that dumbbell front squat, same idea. I'm going to rack to my shoulder, full squat. Goal here is to stay square. Try not to fall towards that dumbbell side. Don't let the dumbbell kind of ride you down. With both the push press and the front squat, switch whenever you need to so that you can stay moving for that full minute. The push press will probably require you to switch a little more. The front squat, you'll probably switch just because you want to get a little more comfortable on the other side. Last movement is that ABMAT sit-up. Pretty straightforward. You can see me here doing some super fast ABMAT sit-ups. Lie down, bring your hands behind you, throw your hands overhead and sit up. I like elbows past knees as a standard. If we don't have an ABMAT, we can do it without, or we can do V-ups or V-tucks instead to save your precious little backs.